What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the 49 Carats 49ers Fan Cave Tour. Joining me today is an awesome fan cave, as you can see from behind, Chris. How are you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing good, Steph. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Now, Chris, where do you reside? Where is your fan cave located?
So I'm over in Oakley, which is right by Brentwood in the far East Bay of the Bay Area. I'm about an hour from San Francisco. So I'm out in the valley where it's pretty hot.
Yeah, I bet. Well, this is good. I like that we have another Bay Area person. We started off with 4 consecutive East Coast faithful fan cave tours, which wasn't planned that way, by the way.
Yeah.
But now we have a couple of Bay Area ones, so I'm happy about that. So when and how did you become a 49ers fan?
It started at a young age. So quick little background about my family tree. So my dad and all my dad's side of the family are hardcore Raider fans. They've been like that ever since my dad was a kid. It was engraved into his brain with his brothers and all his family members. So they're hardcore Raider fans, even if they were in LA, Oakland, now in Vegas. They're still hardcore fans. My mom's side of the family, they're all from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, hardcore Steeler fans. You, yeah, they go to every single game. They're just like the faithful. They're hardcore, whatever their team does and everything like that. So I was born in '84, so I missed the first, 2 years of the '80s, dominance of the 49ers so far. The catch and the one Super Bowl and everything. I have an older brother who's about 10 years older than me. He became a 49er fan at a young age also. So around age 5 or so, that's when I really started to watch football, get into football. The Raiders weren't around. They were in LA, so I didn't really, root for the Raiders or anything, even though I was from the East Bay. So I just started watching the 49ers, started watching, Montana, Jerry, Ronnie Lott, who was my favorite player growing up, all those guys. And so me and my brother are the only two outcasts of the family that are 49er fans in the family. And we like that. So we'll keep it that way.
Yeah, and I have to imagine it at a time where Montana and Rice were like the thing. I mean, how could
Yeah,
you not be a 49ers fan, right? It
exactly.
they
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
lure
My
you
only
in.
regret is I wish I was born in '82 to see the catch live. That would have been awesome to see. Just missed it by 2 years, though.
Yeah, for sure. So, when did you first start your fan cave, and like did it kind of start as a hobby, like just maybe a couple items here and there, or did you always have the intention of starting a fan cave?
I started at a young age, and just from growing up and having your own room in your childhood home, I started collecting memorabilia stuff, the trading cards, the posters, that type of stuff. And then once I got older, and then I was able to purchase my first home and everything, I always wanted to have like my own space dedicated to like a fan cave area, not just football, but other stuff too. Like, I'm a big DC Marvel superhero type of guy. I got a bunch of that stuff around here. Movies, I'm really into, all the sci-fi and everything like that. So I got that ingrained here with all my 49ers memorabilia stuff and everything. And it's not just 49ers. I got A's, I got Warriors, I got some Shark stuff in here also. So yeah, it started probably like when we purchased this home. That's when I really delved into it to make sure that I wanted the right fan cave. So probably about 2019 is when we moved into this home. So it's been a couple years now that where I've kind of established everything and everything's pretty much done in here. And I add certain stuff here and there, from time to time if I feel the need that I want something new in the fan cave.
Yeah, what does that involve? Like, do you have to take some stuff off to bring some new stuff in, or do you still have some space here and there?
I have a little bit of space left, not much, but if it will fit, then I will find a spot for it. If it doesn't, then one thing will have to be sacrificed. If it's something that I can probably deal without not being on the walls or the roof or anything like that or the ceiling, then it'll have to be sacrificed. But most of the time, I find space for it, regardless of where the situation is.
Yeah, you got to make it work somehow.
Yeah.
So How much money do you think you've spent on your fan cave so far? And I know you said it's not just 49er stuff, so maybe like as a whole, how much if you had to estimate?
As a whole, well, don't tell my wife this, but it's probably in the upwards of like the thousands, definitely, close to probably, I would say anywhere between 8 to 15 grand or so. And just like memorabilia, furniture, TVs. I got my bar in the back that, was pretty pricey, tag and everything like that. But I'll show you guys the bar. You'll be very enthused about it, of why I made the purchase for it and everything. So I would say anywhere between like 18 to 15 grand over the years collectively.
Nice. Well, that's definitely a lot of dedication. But like I said, I could see a small bit of your cave behind you, and it looks great. So I think at this point, I'm ready to see it.
All right. So first stop of the tour is I have my Bud Light San Francisco 49er beer light. This is one of my first purchases that I purchased when I moved into this house. I got it for a steal, so I just had to have it and everything. So it's right over my beer fridge, where I got some magnets and everything, and I got some of my figurines. And, I'm kind of a nerd at heart, so I got like my Power Rangers, I got Ghostbusters, and all my wrestlers that I grew up watching and everything like that. And got a little Rocketeer in the background right there, kind of flying over and everything. And then go over to the right here to the other wall. So I got my 49ers metal sign up top right there. And then I got some of the statues of some of the guys. So from left to right, I got Terrell Owens, I got Vernon Davis, and right in the middle, of course, I got Mr. Montana right in the middle. And I got Ronnie Lott right next to him, and then Mr. Frank Gore completing the collection for up top. And then down below, I got Mr. Kittle right in the middle of the centerpiece. And then I got Jerry to his right, and then Mr. Steve Young to his left. The Steve Young and the Jerry Rice I purchased when I was a teenager, so I've had them for a while. So they've survived a couple moves. A couple of their pieces have kind of broken off over the years, but they're still pretty much intact and everything like that. So they survived all the way through for their final resting place here in the garage and everything. Down below, I got another 49ers sign lit up and everything. Got a foam finger right there. And I kind of back out right here. I got a cardboard cutout of Mr. Kittle.
Where did you get that from?
So before my new job that I got, I worked 20 years as a butcher for a supermarket. And every year, Gatorade would be like one of our sponsors and everything, that they would set up displays in the store. And this past year, they had a cardboard cutout of Kittle in there. And I asked our store manager if I could keep it if they don't want it anymore, because they were just going to throw them away and
Right.
discard them and everything. So I snatched it up before they could throw it in the baler and everything like that. So Mr. Kittle
Nice.
comes out on game days in here and kind of like oversees everything that happens and all that. Then my buddy last year, he went to training camp and he actually took one of his hats and he actually got an autograph by a couple of the players. So you got Eric Armstead right there. And you got Feliciano on here. That's Kinlaw right there. Yeah, he got his autograph and a few other guys. So he gave that to me because I wasn't able to go to the training camp last year. So he gave that to me as a little gift. And back out right here, I got the Super Bowl pennants, hoping to add more to it in the next couple of seasons and everything. This 49er locker room one was actually my first gift I ever got for like collectibles and everything. So I got this around, I want to say like 95, 96, when they went to the different face mask and the different stripe and everything when they introduced the new logo. So I've had that for 20 something years now.
Wow.
So it's stayed with me for a long time. Then I got the old Candlestick street sign right down below with the Man Cave Road right there. I also have a nice little sports sticker that I just installed last year. So this thing's cool. It gives you all the major sports: football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Gives you betting odds and everything. So I have this going on every time we have games on and everything like that. Just if people have like bets going and they want to check out other scores and not have to look at their phones or anything like that. And then shift over here. This is one of my new purchases. I just got Mr. Christian McCaffrey, first 49er on the Madden cover, so I had to have it. So he's right here on the wall next to the TV. So when I start playing Madden 25, when I purchase it, he'll be right there as inspiration and everything like that. Got a little wall outlet that I covered with the 49ers symbol right there. And I got a couple other plaques. I got a 49ers fan cave one right here with my name on it. I got Levi Stadium, a 3D picture right
Oh,
there.
that's sick.
Yeah, got a game room one right down here, down below. And we got our 55-inch TV right here with the LED backlighting. So I always have red on for the Niners and everything. And kind of the centerpiece right here is Candlestick Park.
Oh, I
Got
love
that bad
that.
boy. Yeah,
Where'd you
got
get
that one
that
right.
from?
That was an eBay purchase. I found it on eBay. It was for a good price, so I had to have it. Been trying to find a Levi's one, but unfortunately, been coming up short trying to find that one to complete the set. And I actually trying to find a Kezar one too, but they don't make the Kezar one yet. So,
I was gonna
but
say
I'll
that's
deal with
probably rare.
Candlestick for now. Yeah, so I'll deal with Candlestick for now, being the centerpiece. And down below, there's some game day threads. I got the Nike Vapor gloves. I've had these since the Harbaugh years. They've had some wear and tear, but I wear them to every game. And I got the Nike Vapor shoes. So I got the home ones, and then when I'm on the road, I wear the gray ones right here. So I have those for game days, and then I got my rugs right in front of the TV. So I got the faithful.
Nice.
You know, I got the 49ers with end zone to end zone. You know, looking up at the TV and everything like that. So it's a good little centerpiece and right in front of the TV. Now shift over to the main course of, you know, what makes this fan cave, you know, tick and everything is the bar. I purchased this last year. This is actually a gift from my wife and my mom for my birthday. So this is made from a company down south. They're called California Custom Bars. So they did everything for me. They did the layout. They did the LED lighting, the crafting. They did the symbol right in front and everything. They did an awesome job. So I got this right before the Philadelphia game last year. And it also has a double-sided kegerator. Right
Okay.
here.
Oh wow, even has a helmet up top.
Yeah, I got the helmet for the
So
taps
cool.
and everything. Right over here on the end, I got the 49er helmet. This is just a replica. It's nothing fancy or anything like that. You know, it was a quick purchase on eBay. Had to have it. You know, it's a nice little addition to the bar. I got my 49ers mat for drinks being poured. And I just recently went to Cabo, and while I was in Cabo, there was a guy on the beach selling these skulls. So I had to have one for the bar. So I got one of these skulls from Mexico. Had to have this guy. I put an LED candle in there for night games, so it really, you know, glows really good and everything like that. And come all the way around, 49ers Coors Light LED sign right here. That was a gift from a buddy of mine. He didn't need it anymore, so I told him I'd gladly take it from him. I got this from a farmer's market. A guy was making all the American flags, and he just so happened to have one that was 49ers, so I had to have that guy. And then probably the most prized possessions are right up top right here. So I got Ronnie Lott autographed in the frame, and I also have Mr. Montana autographed in the frame. So these were my father-in-law's, my wife's dad. He had these. He had these forever. He's had these since, you know, the late '80s, early '90s, and everything. And when he passed away, he gave them to my wife. And so now they go up here in the man cave, overseeing everything. Got a couple banners right here, man cave over here, and I got a collection of mini helmets right here of the 49ers. And I got the OG one right here on the right. I got the one that they wear now, the current one. I got the red face mask one. I also have the black. I got the service to arms, both of those guys. And I also have a Steelers one, but Steelers, who I root for, the 49ers are not in it or anything. That's for my mom and everything. Yeah. I also have Oregon Ducks. Oregon Ducks is my favorite college team, so I got them in there also. And
nice.
Then,
do you plan to get any of those signed ever?
I would hope to, but when my buddy went to training camp last year, I guess they weren't letting the mini helmets in to get signed for some reason. I don't know why. But if there's like a special event going on with one of the players or anything like that, then yeah, I definitely want to get them signed for sure. Nice. For now, they'll just stay in the case until otherwise and everything. I got my Niner stool when I host and everything, so people can have their own stools. And then I got my couch right over here, got with the pillows and everything. I got the towels on the headrests. And I got Sourdough Sam right over here, you know, chilling, you know, hanging out with us during game days and everything. Then I make my way over here this is like the memorabilia wall of like pictures. So I got
Wow.
Mr. Frank Gore autographed right there. Hall of Famer Bryant Young. Got Mr. Fred Warner right below him. You know, Mr. Montana, of course. I got the man, Ronnie Lott. That was my favorite growing up right there. Mr. Merton Hanks right there. And I got a picture of T.O. when he was on the Star at the Cowboys. Had to have that one. You know, rub it in their face a little bit. Got the new Hall of Famer, Mr. Patrick Willis,
Let's
autographed
go.
right here. And then Mr. John Taylor, I think the most underrated second wide receiver in the history of the game. You know, that guy was a horse right there. And then I got Mr. McCaffrey right down below right here. Sorry if the light's bad, but you can see him right there. Then I got your boy Bosa, you know, coming off the edge right there.
Nice.
And this picture is all the 1994 team engraved and everything from all the champions. So it's got all
I like that.
yeah, it's got the schedule with all the scores and everything. It's got Jerry and Steve right there. You know, Dion, Merton, Bryant Young, Jerry, Kenny Norton, John Taylor, Tim McDonald, Ricky Waters. You know, that team was awesome. Go up top right here. I got, you know, Mr. Kittle diving in the end zone in the Saint game in 2019. That was a crazy game.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Memorable
And
one.
up above him, I got the catch, of course. You know, Dwight Clark, got that framed up and everything like that. Got Jerry right there, the Super Bowl against the Broncos when he just went off and just, you know, killed him pretty much. And up top, I got Mr. Montana. Got him signed, just an old Coors Light Road to Canton picture. That was also my father-in-law's. He had this up in his office, so I took that. And I got some more right here. I also got Mr. Steve Young autographed right there in the plaque. Mr. Roger Craig, he autographed this to me when I was probably like 12, maybe 13 years old.
Wow.
He autographed that guy for me. And I got Cowboy right here, you know.
Yeah, man, underrated, man. You don't see a lot of like Justin Smith stuff in people's fan cave, but
yeah,
dude, he was a
besides Patrick Willis during the Harbaugh years, Justin Smith was my guy. That was, you know, the guy who I just loved his blue collar attitude and how he just, you know, went to business and everything. So it was sad when he retired early, but I understand why he did. You know, it's a young man's game and he was getting older. So, but while he was with us, he was an absolute beast, and I appreciate him for what he did for us and everything. And right down below him, I got Mr. Deebo Samuel running against the Rams right there. Shift over here, I got Mr. Deion Sanders in the Super Bowl against the Chargers. Got it autographed. So I got him right there. Then I have a nice picture of Navarro and Patrick, you know, smashing Marshawn Lynch in a game. I think this is probably 2011, 2012 at Candlestick. So that was a good one right there. And we shift up top a little bit. I got a couple footballs, a couple of them from past. I got this at a swap meet. Some guy was just trying to get rid of this, so I bought it. It's got Jerry Rice on it, you know. And I got another one of like all the 88 49ers football. Then these two footballs right here, my dad collected when he was a kid. They were actually real footballs from a game. He was sitting behind the goalpost and he caught them at one after another. And I think one was during practice, and then another one was actually during the game when he caught these. So I kept these for over the years. They're kind of deflated, but they're still serve its purpose and everything.
Yeah.
And then and then go up to the wall right here. So I got a bunch of metal plaques, collectibles. So I got all the Super Bowls right here that they've won. So I got 81, got 84, got 88 right there. Then I got the old school 49ers metal sign right there. Then I got their alternate logo with the 49. I got that guy right there. Got another LED 49er sign right next to it. And I got a San Francisco 49ers metal sign. My grandmother actually gave me that. Nice. That was like one of her last gifts she gave to me. So I got to put that up here. And I got the helmet right next to it. And I got the modern logo right there. And then I also have 89 and then 94. Then I had that one spot left right there, just waiting for the sixth
you gotta keep that one open.
I was hoping to get it this year, but you know, I'm hoping this year is the year that they finally get it done, and so I can put a nice little placard right there, just to complete the space and everything. And then down below right here, I got a couple of just pictures that kind of covered my garage door and everything. So I got Levi Stadium right there. And then I got the inaugural night when they opened the Levi's in 2014. Then I also have Candlestick. This is the last game at Candlestick. Pick of the Sick with Bowman.
Yes.
And we got this year's Super Bowl. And I got one in Vegas. I just like the picture. And, even though the outcome of the game wasn't what we wanted, the picture was still pretty sick. So I had to have that guy. And just some pennants I've collected over the years. And I got some 49er ones right there. I got an old school guy. And I got the new modern one right there. And then I got the NFC Championship from 2012 with the Super Bowl appearance logo right there. And I kind of shift over here. Just got a couple posters on my door. So I got the 49ers one. And then I got your boy Bosa watching over us as we enter the door and everything. So if you're looking at perspective, like looking at through my garage door, I also got the flags that are hanging right here. So
Oh, wow.
Got the 49ers faithful. Then I got the black and red one right there. And also have right here, I got the modern day one overseeing everything. And that's about it. So if you're looking at my perspective, that's what my man cave is. It's pretty inviting. Gets pretty rowdy here during game days and game nights. And that's about it, really.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
So one question that I ask everyone is, if there were a fire in your home, God forbid, what one item would you be running out with to save?
Oh, well, that's obvious choice. It would definitely be, I would take both of these, the Lot and the Montana, just because they were my father-in-laws and they mean so much to my wife. I would have to save those first, no matter what. Everything else is replaceable, but these guys aren't. So those would be the first ones that I would grab if there was a fire here. Definitely. I would definitely run out with these guys.
Yeah, I had as you were going through it and you said those were like the two meaningful ones, I had a feeling those would be the ones. And yeah, they're awesome jerseys. And I was also going to ask about the lighting. I love the lighting. I love the LED. Like it brings like a certain aesthetic to the room that I appreciate. Like it looks really cool. Like it's kind of like that dark like vibe, but the lighting really adds to it, I think. And like the LED lights you got going on.
Yeah, it's I like the intimate type of like lighting and everything. It makes it more personable, I think. Just having like I could turn on the regular lighting if I wanted to in the garage and everything. It'd be kind of bright too much and everything, but I like this feel because it's more inviting and it's more like it feels like football. It feels like game day and everything.
Yeah. So what are the game day traditions you have going on in this fan cave?
Every morning, I always wake up on game day. I have my cup of coffee in my Niners mug. I turn on ESPN or the NFL Network for a pregame ritual. Watch those. Watch the matchups and everything. I check my fantasy sports. Make sure all my lineups are good and everything. And I crack open my first beer at around 9 a.m. on the kegerator, and it doesn't stop till about 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night. And depending on if the Niners when they play like Sunday Night Football, then it's kind of like it's an all day event. We don't stop till about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night on Sunday nights, and it's always popping in here.
I love it. Yep, we're so close to the start of the season, so this fan cave's about to get some more life into it pretty soon. Chris, that was awesome, man. And like I said, I love the aesthetic you got going on. I love that it seems like every corner of this room is filled with something. It's like from floor to ceiling, you got something going on, and I love that. And I love that you keep that little corner space open for that sixth Super Bowl. You got to keep that open as long as you can.
Open. Yeah, I think this is the year. We have to do it this year so I can fill up that space so all 49ers faithful can be at ease. That we finally get that.
We got to manifest it. Definitely. But thank you so much for walking me through your fan cave. Is really awesome. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on. Looking forward to seeing what happens with us, and hopefully it's a Super Bowl victory at the end of the year.
Yes, hopefully it is. But Chris, thank you so much once again. Everyone that tuned in, thank you. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, so you can see more fan cave tours just like this one. But for now, have a good rest of your day, folks. Peace.